Yeah, what's up, everybody? So, in the video you're about to watch, I talk about a giveaway. I pre-recorded that video, and that giveaway actually ended. Our new giveaway is for a customized cube. It's a 3x3 that's going to it's going to be magnetized. It's going to have maglev added, and it's going to be UV coated, customized by me. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I just wanted to make sure you guys had the correct information. We have a new giveaway going on for a customized 3x3. It's going to be like a $30 3x3 by the time I'm done with it. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, and enjoy the video. Peace. What's up, everybody? Yellow. So welcome to the Versus Series episode 5 on the CC Cube Slayer channel. Welcome, everyone. We got some good cubes to compare today. Just like always, I've done my homework, got the paperwork here ready to compare some cubes. First, I just want to remind everyone, we are doing our giveaway for the RS3M V5. I have a bunch of people leaving their comments, and I really appreciate the participation. But don't forget to like and subscribe, because the winner will be picked from the list of subscribers. I will cross-check that with comments, but you do also need to subscribe to be entered into the contest. So just want to remind people, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that bell button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And obviously, I mean, we want to give away some great prizes for all the support you guys have shown us. So thank you again. Like I said, like and subscribe, and comment on that giveaway video about your favorite cube and why. You can also comment on this video or on any video. I'll see it. I check it all myself. So yeah, comment anywhere. But like I said, like and subscribe to enter into the contest. Can't wait to give this cube away. We just had our first winner. That was really exciting. So I want to keep that rolling. So we got your cube. Someone come and claim it. Tomorrow will be the day. Weekend, I think too late. I think Friday's the day. So let's get this 2x2 comparison going. So today's Versus series is 2x2s. They range very vastly in quality and tech, but there's not a lot to them. They're pretty simple puzzles, because if you think about it, a 2x2 is essentially all corners. There are no centers, there's no edge pieces. So that leads me to a few points that I have. So one is just that a lot of times a very simple 2x2 will get the job done, because you don't have so many pieces moving, so you don't need so much so many magnets. You don't need so much tech to keep you in a world-class solving or on a world-class solving cube. I mean, people main something simple like the Meilong 2x2. This is even the non-magnetic version, and it's a very viable cube. I actually I'm excited to open that one. We're gonna open that one together. I currently main the GAN 251 Leap UV. This one I bought from the Cubicle UV coated. The cube before that, let's see if you can find the shine there. So this one's UV coated from the factory. Apologize for the dog hair. Then this was actually my original first one I ever got, and this one I UV coated myself. It came out amazing. If you guys ever have any questions or want to DIY UV coat something yourself, not only do I have a ton of videos and content on that, but you can just leave me comments and I will always be happy to answer. I actually am really proud to put these side by side and say that, I actually UV coated this completely myself. And it's actually, almost the nicer feeling cube. Something about the UV coat, when it moves, it's so smooth, where this kind of has that typical GAN kind of like clacky, plastic on plastic sound and feel. But anyways, let's get into the comparison. Like I said, I just want to let you know what I'm used to using. Recently here, I got the QiYi M Pro. This is the BallCore. They have both the standard magnetic, and then the BallCore edition. And I mean, when I saw, this is $11.99 on the Cubicle, and when I saw a cube, I think it was just on sale for like $10.99 or $9.99 too. So yeah, you can always find great deals on there. I say this all the time, but if you just keep looking, you'll find a time when there's a good price. You never really have to break the bank, I don't feel like. But So again, I'm used to using the GAN 251 Leap. Let me go over the specs real quick of these so you can kind of get an idea of how they compare. So let's see. The GAN 251 Leap UV is $45.99. That is the biggest, probably the biggest downside to the cube, is it is a little expensive. I do want to point out though that the 251M Pro, which is essentially very close to the same cube, there's no UV coating, but it still has it's still very high performance. I believe it even still has corner to core magnets, just not as strong, I think it is. But that's only $28.99. So there are viable other options. I just happen to go for the highest end one because that's what I was interested in. But there are more affordable options out there. Just wanted to put that out there for you guys in case you're just immediately turned off by the price. But this came out a while ago, back in September of 2021 was when the GAN 251 Leap came out, and Pro. The specs on this, it's 51 millimeters, thus the 251. It's a 2x2 that is 51 millimeters. It's how GAN kind of does a lot of their puzzles. The 356 is a 56 millimeter 3x3. The GAN 460 is a 60 millimeter 4x4. I think you probably get the hint by now, but yeah, they're pretty like on the nose with their names and everything. It's pretty exactly what you can expect. But this is 51 millimeters, like I said, 58 grams out of the box, which is pretty light. As we get into the other cubes here, you're gonna see that's a pretty light puzzle, especially when you think of 3x3s are somewhere between the high 60s and low 80s is generally a typical weight for a 3x3. So with this having so fewer pieces, that makes sense. So the last thing I want to note on this is this does not have the standard like dual adjustment or a lot of what a lot of cubes are coming with these days. This has comes with most GAN puzzles, or what did used to come with most GAN puzzles, which is the GES system. So I don't know if you can see there, but I have the clear GES spring, or the clear plastic with the GES spring that is the tightest. So what I do is I usually swap out all of the springs for the tightest spring, but then put it on its loosest setting, so I kind of have some room to play. I like my 2x2 to be nice and kind of like tight, and I mean obviously you want it to corner cut and everything. You don't want it so tight, but with 2x2s, corner cutting is not so much an issue. Like I said, so few pieces. As long as it's semi-flexible, it really should corner cut. Here's the one from the factory. Like I said, this is the one that I did. And so then we'll get down, here's the QiYi M Pro. It's a little harsher. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm having to turn a little harder. It does corner cut at 45 degrees though. I'm not like taking anything away from that. A little J-perm, but it feels really nice. I mean, it's not UV coated, so it's a little more slippery. But it is a great puzzle. Let me make sure I got through everything on the GAN one real quick. Like I said, so with your GES, sorry to jump around like that, but with your GES, it's pretty straightforward. There's a tool that you just simply turn it to either the tighter or looser setting. There's just two settings, and then there's a 0 setting that pops the GES spring off. Very simple. It has, I think it comes with 3 extra. It comes with a set already installed, and then it comes with 3 extra settings, so you can really dial in the tightness on this. So as far as this having the older GES setup for GAN puzzles, it's pretty solid. I will say I have no complaints there. I don't feel like this requires the dual adjustment and everything that like the GAN 12 or 13 does with all the fewer pieces. So I think that's it. Like I said, I wanted to mention that there is the GAN M Pro, just because they're Pro M or whatever, because it is much more affordable. I do understand $46 is a lot for a 2x2, but when you're looking for the best, that's what I'm going for. Is I'm really going for the best. So I just kind of took it on the chin on that one. But yeah, it's so good that I even wanted to have an extra, because if I at a comp, I want to have one I can that they can scramble, one I can practice and warm up with. So having any cube that I really like, I'll usually end up getting 2 of. So to our next cube here though, to our next cube, 2x2, get it? So the QiYi M Pro, This is only $11.99. The standard one that's just magnetic with no corner to core magnets is I think $9.99. So it's only $2 extra for the BallCore system. So I figured there couldn't be any reason not to. And the only thing I can say is I don't know how profound, and this is, I brought this up before, and I think the unboxing was just like on the QiYi M Pro 3x3, the BallCore and magnets are very weak. So much so that it's not really quite my favorite. And so I was very curious to see how this is gonna feel. And I've heard other reviews from other people say that they couldn't tell a huge difference between the magnetic one and the BallCore. I don't have the just standard magnetic to compare it to, but I will say there's a significant click when you get to your, at 90 degrees. It doesn't necessarily auto align, but it does feel smooth. Like it feels like it wants to turn. So again, it might have a very like a little bit weaker BallCore, and again, it's $11.99, and what do you expect? But I can't really say anything bad about this. Someone asked me directly in the comments what I think about it, and I was like, it's not my favorite. But the more I pulled it out and more I use it, and the more it gets broken in, this thing's really growing on me. Let's go through the rest of the stats. So this just came out. These have been out for a while. This just came out January of 2024. Regular version $9.99, BallCore version $11.99, 51 millimeters. So technically these should be the same size, which they do look like it. This one could be a hair bigger technically with the UV coating. I checked that between the one that I coated and the one that they sent from the factory, and like mine might be again just the tiniest hair thicker, but the fact that it's not much bigger is actually a big plus, because you don't want to be adding a lot of weight and all this. And again, if you go to my DIY videos, you'll learn all about that, because again, you don't want to be hindering the performance on your cube just to improve the look or the feel. But so yeah, lastly, this was 51 millimeters and 65 grams on the QiYi. So it's a little bit heavier of a puzzle. If you remember, the GAN 251 Leap was 58. So like I said, that one seemed pretty reasonable. This one's actually as heavy as a lot of 3x3s. Like my RS3M V5 standard is only like 60 something grams, 68 or something like that. So this is almost as heavy as a 3x3. That's something to note. It doesn't feel all that heavy in your hands. It's not something I would complain about. And I will say, just now, just turning like righty algs and stuff on this, or any alg, you do feel it finish the turn a little bit for you. It's not like a profound, pushing or pulling, but it is there. So yeah, if you want a cube, again, that is, you don't have to break the bank for, that has all the features. And this is the same thing I said about the 3x3 is if you want something that has all the features, that is probably your best bet. I just don't think it's necessarily the best cube. I think honestly that like the MGC Elite, so there's some other magnetic puzzles that I think might even be better without the whole BallCore setup. Again, I don't have those with me to compare, but from what I've felt with the people I've used them and whatnot with, I would say we both agree. But yeah, also, so the tensioning system on this one, I almost forgot. So this does have kind of like a dual adjustment. So I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's obviously a screw with a spring, but then there's also like this white piece that goes around it that has two indents, and it does come with a tool. Let me get the tool out for you. Very straightforward. I mean, this is the box and unboxing. It's just that, and it shows this little picture of this tool. So those little wings, those little parts in the bottom, fit into the indents, and that's how you can adjust your compression along with your center travel or tension. So it is equipped with dual adjustment, BallCore. Yeah, it's got a lot of great features. Like I said, it's a matte coated cube, but like all matte coated cubes, that kind of starts to wear off and it actually becomes more grippy over time. So yeah, I originally didn't give this the best review, and I just kind of wanted to say that, for especially, man, this price is amazing. Like if you needed a cube in a pinch and you wanted something solid, this is definitely the way to go. Like I said, there's other good cubes out there. Like I said, the MGC Elite seems really good. The RS2M Evolution is nice. There are other options out there for good prices, but it just kind of comes down to what you really want. So that takes us now to our final 2x2. So this is actually the way it came. I apologize. The box is a little, I think it's because the flat part got pushed in the box, but there we go. So I've never actually unboxed a Meilong before. I know they're a good budget puzzle, and I've had like the 3x, I should say Meilong 2x2. I've had the 3x3s and whatnot. And this is the first thing I noticed too, is the shades are very interesting. Like, look at the QiYi yellow and look at the Meilong yellow. This looks like a weird, like this almost looks like a mustard, and this looks like pale McDonald's yellow or something. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm sure hopefully you can see that there, the difference, or the difference between that and the GAN cube. Like the shades are so bright on this, and these are very dull. I mean, you can look at your blues. This is almost reaching pastel with how light it is. Yeah, that I would call that pastel at this point. That reminds me of like when I first got like my first QiYi 3x3 or 4x4, they were all pastel because I didn't know any better at the time. And but anyways, so performance and everything, let's go down the specs. So we have the Mofeng Jiaoxi Meilong. This is the non-magnetic one. It comes in at $4.99, really cheap. So just about half the price. So again, that's making the QiYi M Pro BallCore look pretty nice at this point, when this is $5 without any magnets or anything, and this is $11 with a BallCore and dual adjustment. So, but the one thing I will say is, this thing doesn't feel bad at all, man. It's very clacky. Because there's no like self-alignment because of the magnets. It's very, you can hear it kind of bumping against the other layers as it turns. But I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Let's check the corner cutting. So let's see. 45 is, and this is stock tension, so I could always loosen it or change it a little bit, or lube it. But so stock tensions, you'll pretty much do like 40 degrees. Like anything, like 45 is a little bit pushing it. But maybe this side, so that's also the thing, is this might not be on even tensions. When you get it out of the box, they're not always equal, I've noticed. So like this side, for example, cuts 45 no problem, where this side, not so much. So I'll have to mess with the tension, get some lube in there and whatnot. But yeah, I will say, like, just it doesn't seem to like lock up due to like no magnets. I mean, it actually seems. Sorry, that was user error. I haven't been practicing 2x2 at all lately, and it feels so small in my hands after doing so much big cube and 3x3 and whatnot. But yeah, this is actually surprisingly nice. So one thing I want to ask you guys too is leave your comments below about this. But so I had an idea for a project for this cube. This is about as basic as it gets. I understand that. I kind of wanted to do a video where I customize. I want to magnetize the pieces. I'm thinking about possibly putting maglev. If I can make it work, this cube might not work with it. I might have to figure out a different cube, but I was thinking about putting it, switching springs for maglev, doing piece-to-piece magnets, and then also doing a DIY UV coat on this. And I was thinking about making a video about doing all those things, and at the end of it, giving it away to a lucky winner. So let me know in the comments what you think about that, and if there's a different cube you'd like me to do. I mean, any budget cube I could do. I just trying to keep the price down a little bit, but like anything $10 or under, let me know. I'll get the cube. Like I said, I'll do a video customizing it, and at the end of all that, we'll do a giveaway and someone can win it. And like I said, the DIY UV coat comes out beautiful, like the factory. I really want to see how nice I can make, you know, a $5 or $10 cube. If I can make it, you know, like like a $40 cube. If I can make this Meilong into like a $40 Meilong, I mean, essentially adding UV coating is what, like $8 usually. Magnets is another $8 to $10 maybe, plus your time. So there's $20 or $18 added to a $5 cube. So you're looking at like $23. And then what else was there? Oh, and the mag, if we can do maglev, that's like another $5. So yeah, if we can turn this into a $30 cube, that would be awesome. I'm also considering doing like maybe a Meilong 3x3, or like even an art. I mean, this one has magnets, this wouldn't be as good, but like a non-magnetic, yeah, any non-magnetic budget cube essentially. So leave it in the comments, let me know what you'd prefer. I'm really thinking about planning out that whole project and doing it, and I think that someone's gonna really be surprised at the quality cube they get sent to them. So yeah, I think so far. So the last things, I just want to go over the specs on the Meilong. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there because this idea has been on my mind, and I just been like, that would be kind of cool. Not only can I show everyone, you know, the exact way to do all this correctly, but then someone could actually be able to see it for themselves and then see, you know, in person what this is like. So, but anyways, the Meilong itself, Mofeng Jiaoxi Meilong, 499, came out in 2019. So this thing has been around for 5 years almost now. 50 millimeters, so it's 1 millimeter small than all the rest. And it's very light because there's no magnets. It's very basic. This thing comes out at 51.3 grams, so very, very light. I've actually seen some videos of some professionals that use this cube, and I can see why. I mean, again, with some dialing in, your corner cutting is there. But yeah, like it. And again, with 2x2, there's so few pieces that magnetization is not necessarily necessary. Sorry, used necessary a few too many times there, but it's just not. I mean, the pieces, there's not that many places for them to go, or combinations of them to fall into. So, you know, they align a lot easier than say a 3x3 would. You know, there's so much going on, and they're so flexible and all this, where this just doesn't have that. So yeah, a basic, you know, cube like this can actually get you a long way. I would say if you're gonna get this though, spend the extra $6, get the QiYi M Pro, BallCore. I mean, like I said, I can't say anything bad about this. I just wish the core magnets were like a tiny bit stronger. But it's actually a great cube, and it won't get me to change from my main. I still think the GAN cubes are the GAN 2x2s, let me be specific, are just the best. We'll see. It's a lot like big cubes. There's been so few advancements in these cubes because everyone's so focused on 3x3s that anything new or anything special that comes out seems like a big deal. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully they come out with some new, really, really nice 2x2s. I would love to see, same like I said with big cubes, I'd love to see these advancements coming out. Like they had just came out with the Hong 5x5, where there hasn't really been a new 5x5 in years. So yeah, hopefully there's new things to come, and hopefully this was a little bit helpful. Sorry I was a little bit scatterbrained and all over the board here. We usually go through them one by one and stuff, but yeah, I just personally, I really think that the GAN is a really nice cube, but I think this QiYi gives it a run for its money as far as like performance for the price. Yeah, I think this really, really nice. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could share with you guys. Like I said, if any questions or comments, please leave them below. And like I said, like and subscribe, and get entered into that contest. We have the RS3M V5 right here waiting to go. I just need someone to claim it. I've had, like I said, a bunch of good comments. I've gotten to have some great conversations with people. That's really what it's all about, is I love interacting with the community. So, but as I said, don't forget to like and subscribe, because then you won't get entered. So have a great day, everybody. Take it easy. The CC Cube Slayer signing off.